All right, Pro Dumpster Diver, back at it again. So I have a bit of an update. I decided I was raking leaves today, and I wanted to come out and actually see what was going on with the 86 pounds of boards. For those of you who don't know what this is, please reference the previous videos that are there. So what I'm actually just doing is I'm just doing a redrop. And what that means is that you would have had the gold scrap in the container for about a week or 2 weeks. I put it in there about 2 weeks ago, Thursday. So it's been there for about a week and maybe 3 days. And what I'm doing is I'm taking off the liquid, which is the muriatic acid and hydrochloric acid, and I'm pouring the liquid in here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to check out the boards, and as I'm looking at it, all the gold is actually practically off of them. So I really didn't even need a week at all. I'm looking at these boards right now. They really have no gold on them, right? Which is very good. Now, another thing I had to do is I had to cover it down because I noticed that there were some flies getting in there and some leaves because it's autumn. So I had to put, some cardboard on it and everything right now. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a redrop. I'm skimming off all the water in it. I'm going to put the boards in another container and then just skim all that water off and then put the golds back in this container and repour it all on again right now, just to get that chemical process flowing through fresh. I might even pour some fresh muriatic acid in there. I do have a little bit. Also, for those of you who did not know, AC Moore, or not Harbor Freight, there's another AC Moore, AC something, is going out of business. So I'm going to pass by today and pick up some more muriatic acid. It is getting colder out, which is very good, so this doesn't freeze. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if this is angled right now. I'm going to put this up here so you can basically see. And what I'm basically doing is I am tipping this over here, just like this. Okay? And I'm just dipping this in, just like this. And I'm pouring the muriatic acid off. All right? That's all I'm basically doing right now. Just pouring it off somewhere. Okay? Now, oh yes. And for those of you, before you start screaming, I do have some gloves right now, okay? So gloves are very important. PPE is very important, all right? Now, what I want to do is I want to show you what these boards look like right now. So I am using gloves, guys, okay? I know how some of you guys are, all right? But look at this. There's really no gold on it at all. All the gold has practically come off, which is good. I got a speck there and stuff like that there. But this is very good right now, which is very, very good. I could probably do all this today, but I have to head to work. It is 2 something. It's going to take me an hour to get to work. But I do want to take this up and actually show you that, yeah, most of the gold is actually off. There's a little bit of gold on that one, if you can clearly see. But yeah, most of it is actually off. So I'm going to skim it out, and I'm going to redraw that there just to get everything flowing right now. It's just a redraw. We're not doing it there. I do want to wait 2 weeks to get all of this in. Okay. I got squirrels. All right. So what I want to do is I want to put these boards in another bin, completely in another bin. Okay. So I just went to, for those of you asking about this, if you don't want to spend too much money on buckets like this, I just went to Walmart and picked this up for like $5. To be honest, it didn't have a container, a cover for it, but it would have that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the boards that are here. Okay. All right. Now look. This is why I do the redraw, right? Not all the gold is completely off of them. There's still gold, look, on some of them there. So I'm going to put the boards in one container, take it off of the other one, put the boards back in, and then pour the muriatic acid over there. And we're going to see if there's any gold that's going to be coming off of it. Okay? So that's going to take some time right now to take these boards off. All right? There's, like, yeah, look, it still has some gold on it. So it's not completely done right now. But it's getting there. It's definitely getting there right now, which is very important. Yeah, see? So there's still some gold. Now, the good part is, if you look at this, you do have a lot of the gold off, but some of it is still on. Okay, which is very, very important there right now. All right, it's still coming out. So I do want to make sure I do this right. Yeah, all right, so let me go ahead and show you guys how this basically is right now. As you can see, you kind of have to take all of, they're bunched up a bit, so it would take some time. So what I want to do is I'm going to set this here, just like that, okay, and just take some of the boards off right now, okay, which is definitely very, very good right now. All right, so I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to stitch it with the ending part of it, okay? All right, it actually took only about 5 minutes, so I could have actually kept it going right now. So what I did is I took all the boards out, I put them in a different container, and then I poured the liquid out. Now the good part is, as you guys can clearly see, we already have gold flakes in there. There's a lot of gold flakes in there. Now I am going to have to filter it out because there does appear to be you know, there's the piece of the uric acid in there. So yeah, and then there's some bugs in there as well. All right, you are going to get some bugs in there if you're doing this outside. If you're doing it inside, you won't get any, but nobody's going to recommend that you do it inside. Now, one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to pour the muriatic acid and the hydrochloric acid that is in here. I'm going to pour it out into here. I do have to watch for spillage though. All right, so as you guys can see, all right, look, I'll show you one of the boards. Like, look, one of the boards has very little gold on it right now, right? But some of the boards still do. The gold is falling off, right? So it's taking time. But again, this process usually takes about 2 weeks. This is week 1.5, but I'm going to speed it up by pouring it out and pouring it back in, okay? Now, I could take a filter to it, but I'm not going to do that. I could put a filter to this and actually get some of the gold off, but I want it to be 100% correct. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to repour our acid back there, back into this. Now, the smart thing for me to do is to actually use this measuring cup. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you something here. Okay, this is the measuring cup that I have. As you can see, we got some gold already there. Right? And some gold, like if I let this sit, I'm going to have a lot of gold coming on the top and gold coming on the bottom. Okay? Very, very simple. Now the good part is just to pour it on there, but I don't want to pour it on a flat surface because it's going to go all over the place. Now, one of the things I do have to worry about is bugs and smaller things that shouldn't be in there, like little plastic pieces, like that shouldn't be in there. Like, this is definitely my fault. That shouldn't be there at all. Okay, definitely looking at bugs. Like, all of this is basically just the acid that's been absolutely poured in there right now, which is definitely good. It's been sitting there for some time. Now, what Sri Tips did is he actually used a bubbler. He actually got a bubbler in there, which definitely would work out. I should use a larger container. Let me see if I have something in there. Oh, I do. Oh. Yeah, well, I could. I do have a plastic container, but I might not want to put that in right now. So I'll leave that. I'll just use this, which is good. I'll just use this measuring cup here, which is basically up to 4 cups. Just skimming it here and putting it here. Now the good part is if I decided to filter, like if I got most of this off and I just had 1 cup left, I could filter this out and actually show you the amount of gold that's basically in there, which is definitely good, which is absolutely perfect right now. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm just skimming some of this off. It's going in the bottom. I do want to get some of this out. So what's left in there is going to end up being this. I wanted to get this off. As you can see it, yeah, it was just a little piece there from the uric acid. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour this bucket back in here as just a retry there right now. All right. Simple. You guys like, where is it? I have the glove. Okay. So we're going to pour it back in there right now, which is good. And making sure you guys can see that. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move careful this up here. And let me get the angle right. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to pour it in there slowly. I don't want to get any spillage or anything like that right there. So that'll just be there to the corner. I love these things there. Now you might see some smoke come out, but that's absolutely fine. That's what basically happens. Woo. Now look at that. Look. You guys see that? All that gold in there? You see all that gold in there? Let me see if I can show it to you. Look at that. So we do have some gold that is out of that. Now the problem is that I still need to get the gold out of this. So I'm going to pour some muriatic acid in there, you know, just to clean it out. And then I'm going to put it back. Oh, shoot. Look. Let me take it up. Look. You see the bubbles? Look at all the gold. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at all the gold on the top. Beautiful. All right, now all the bubbles are coming up. So it's not necessarily fresh muriatic acid, but you just introduce a little air into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some muriatic acid here. And again, I just want to clean off the gold that is inside of that container there, just to pull it off a little bit. That's all. Just to clean that gold out, because I definitely don't want to lose any of that there. Okay. And then that's it. We're done. Shoot, there's still gold in here. I should be having to work, but I will in a second. All right, good. All right. So, all of that is out. All of that is complete. Whew. Wanted to show that right now. So that's what it is. All right, we still got some bubbles coming up. Now what I'm going to do is, someone in a previous comment had suggested that you don't want any bugs or birds going around that. So just actually put a nice little container on top there, which is good. And so I'm going to put this here, and then I'm going to put, so it doesn't blow away, another container just like this that basically keeps the muriatic acid in. All right, guys, that's what happened so far. I will come back and show you guys in about, I'm going to wait 2 more weeks just to get everything out. And then if anything, I'll just brush it off and then redo that. All right, this is the end of that video. I'm going to wrap up and go to AC Moore and check out the closing sale that they have to see if I can pick up some muriatic acid. Also, I realize that water damage can do a lot to sheds. Right now, this is supposed to be flat, but it's not. All right. All right. Throw dumpster diver.